Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you're having a great week. Welcome to a brand new video. This one is gonna be also Forex related as the previous ones. The reason I posted more Forex videos is because this is my main focus, but I will still keep them crypto and NFT videos coming, but not as consistent as the Forex videos. Just wanted to make a quick note. So yeah, if you like my content, make sure you are subscribed to not miss out on future uploads. Make sure to turn the notification bell on so you'll get notified whenever I upload. Make sure to also like the video if you really enjoy it. Feel free to also share it to your friends, to whomever you want. And also, if you have any questions, make sure to drop them in my comment section down below. Any video ideas, anything, just go ahead and leave me a comment. I will make sure to check them out. And of course, guys, those that are interested in learning my strategies, the one that I use day by day, and also want to join my Signal group, make sure to DM me on Telegram. I will leave you my Telegram link in the video description. So yeah, enough talking. Let's just get straight into the video, into the subject. Today, I'm gonna bring you another Forex strategy that I used in the past. Right now, I'm not using it as much as I did. This was a strategy that I was using late 2020 when I literally started to be a bit profitable in the Forex market. So early 2021 is when I really started to be consistent and make some decent profits. But this is the strategy that I was using late 2020. So yeah, just wanted to to give you a update on when I use this strategy. So this is a trading with the trend type of strategy, and I will guide you step by step on how I was using it. So first things first, you gotta start on the H4 time frame. If you want, you can add the trusted signal oscillator if you have it, or if you don't, you can go check out trusted signals. I will leave their link down in my video description as well. Really cool indicator. But if you don't want to get it, you can use the RSI instead, okay? But I'm gonna keep the oscillator because I find it helpful. And yeah, first things first, you really gotta zoom out a bit and determine the trend, okay? So we can see that Euro USD is in a downtrend, okay, and has been in a downtrend since last year, okay? So after you determine that, okay, you know, okay, my bias is downtrend, okay? Then let's say we find ourselves here, okay, because this is pretty recent structure. Let's say we find ourselves around this area right here, 17 February, okay? So what can we see? We can see that we created a swing high here and a swing low here, a lower low, a lower high, okay? So we can mark it. We can mark the lower low right here, okay? And we can also mark our lower high. And we know that we are in a bearish market, okay? We are trading with a trend, okay? So therefore, we are looking for sell setups, for short setups, okay, on our lower time frames. So let's say we find ourselves over here, okay? So we are not going to stay on the H4. This is what I wanted to tell you. You are not going to stay on the H4. On the H4, you will only mark up the charts as I did, establishing swing low, swing high, market structure, are you in up or downtrend, and then you go either to the H1 or M15. For this video, I'm gonna keep it on the H1 because it's more simple. But if you want to be more advanced and get better entries with smaller stop loss, you can go up a gear on the M15, okay? But for this video's sake, I'm gonna just use the H1 for it, okay? So we are now on the H1 and we know that we are in a bearish market structure, okay? So we find ourselves here in this point, okay? So on the H1, we can see that, okay, we started to create some bullish structure, but we know in the back of our mind that we are in a bearish trend. Okay, so therefore we are trading with the trend on the H1. We are looking for sell setups. Okay, it is very, very simple. So then how do we look for setups? Okay, so here you could have been tempted. Look, this is a higher high. You could have been tempted to enter off this retrace here, be like, okay, it's going to create a new higher high and I will hit take profit. But guess what? It created a double top and it would have smashed your stop loss because you weren't trading with the trend. Okay, so this is very, very helpful. How you could find an entry. Okay, so you could a entry based off patterns, M and W patterns. I'm pretty sure all of you heard about these type of patterns, double top, double bottoms, all that stuff. That's so basic, but it really does work sometimes. So here we have a example of a double top right here. This is a small double top. I will just draw it like this with this trend line. So you could have entered, if you would have looked for short setups, you would have known, okay, market is pretty bullish on the H1, but on the bigger picture, we are in a bear trend. So therefore, I keep that in my mind and I look for patterns that will enter, that will help me enter short setups. And a double top is a very good and basic pattern, especially for beginners. So after that, you would wait for a candlestick pattern. This bullish candle got fully engulfed after this candle. So you could have placed a short position here. This could have been an entry example. The stop loss right above the wick right there, and you could have aimed for a 1 to 2, which would have been hit literally in 5 hours, I think. So this would have been a winning trade. But then you want to look for more setups. Okay, so you gotta keep in mind market structure. Okay, so higher high, higher low, higher high. We want to see a break of the market structure to then switch buys on the H1 and go for shorts. Higher low, higher high, and then from this higher high we created a lower low. This higher low was broken. Let me actually draw it. We have a BOS right here, which means break of structure on the H1. We now formed bearish market structure. Okay, we can see it created a slight high here, very slight high here, and then it created a lower low. So this is our lower low, this is our lower high, so to say. Okay, so now if you want, you can enter with the fib. You can do a fib retracement type of entry. You can literally place it from here to here. And when I like to enter is I like to enter on a 76.4 and I like to take profit on the 61.8 because that gives me a 1 to 5 risk to reward, which I really, really like taking. Okay, so let me do this. So here, what you could have made, you could have literally just placed a sell limit right here and wait for it to get triggered, or you could have waited for a bearish candlestick pattern. But usually when I was trading like this, I would just place sell limits. Okay, so I would have basically placed a sell limit right here on the 76.4. My stop loss would always be above the 100 right here. And my take profit, as I said, at the minus 61.8, which will give you a 5.1. But with the spreads and commissions, it's going to be a 5.0 risk to reward trade. So basically you would have risked 1% to make 5%, or whatever you want to risk. I suggest to not risk more than 3% on your personal account. So as you can see, trading with the trend, this would have been a winning trade. Okay, this would have been a winning trade. You would have made 5R. Then if you wanted to enter some more trades, you would have saw this. So we create what? Lower high, lower low, then this lower high gets tested right here, but it doesn't get broken. A week for me doesn't mean that it got broken. It just tested and it rejected. You could have entered right here based off market structure. You could have entered the sales here, stop loss above. Oh, sorry, not long. Let me actually show you the trade. You could have entered after this bearish engulfing here. You could have placed a stop loss right above the wick if you wanted to be safe, and you could have aimed for a 2 risk to reward. That would have been here, right here. Not really, right here. This could have been another entry you could have taken. Of course, you would have been able to catch a bigger move. We had this hidden bearish divergence on our oscillator that also helped us as a confluence. So that's also really helpful if you want to look for confluences. And that's why I like to use this indicator. And then another setup, you could have used our new lower high from here to our new lower low to create another fib retracement from here to here. And damn, this is pretty much a sniper entry. And it would literally just tag you in here. It would have tagged you in here. Stop loss right above. Take profit at minus 61.8. 5R secured. So like in, I don't know, in 16 Feb, in a time span of 5 days on the H1, you could have made like 10R, 10%, risking only 1% using this strategy on the H1. I didn't even went to the M15 because that's there's more noise and it's a little bit more advanced. That's why I wanted to stick to the H1 to be a little bit simpler. So as you can see, Euro USD dropped continuously. You could have done the same thing here. You would have had setups here. This was a 50 level of the fib if you would have used the retracement from here to here. So my 76.4 wouldn't get hit, but that's okay. I don't have to be in every single trade. And yeah, like this is pretty much the power of trading with the trend. So it is very important for you to check the main trend on the H4. And then you can go on the lower time frames like the H1 or M15. I don't suggest dropping below the M15 for this strategy. And you can start looking for setups in the direction of the trend. So as you guys can see, I looked only for sell setups and I found them, okay? We had a perfect entry here, like this was really beautiful. We had a double top entry here that you could have took. We had a lower high retest that you could have took easily because why? The lower high hasn't been broken, just tested. Price then through a bearish engulfing and also a hidden bearish divergence that could be spot on the oscillator. You would have entered a sell here, stop loss above, take profit would have been hit. Then a new lower low would have been created. You would have placed your fib. You would have been tapped in here with a sell limit, pending order, and then your take profit would have been hit. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty much how this strategy works. I almost forgot to mention the pairs that this strategy works best on are major FX pairs like Euro USD, GBP USD, USD CAD, GBP JPY. All these main pairs you can use this strategy because they are trending. They're not consolidating like chef pairs, like Swiss pairs. So the main pairs, the major pairs, these are the pairs you should focus on if you want to trade this strategy. And yeah, this is pretty much it for the video. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in my comment section down below. If you want to learn the strategies that I currently use to make profits, make sure to DM me on Telegram. If you also want to join my Signal group, do the same thing. You will have my Telegram link down in my video description. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give me a like. I will really much appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you'll get notified whenever I upload. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.